So I've seen the documentary now 2 times, and I'm most struck by coming close again to that period in Audrey's life, in my life, in which we interacted, and most particularly, I think I'm struck by Audrey's drive to reach out to people, like incessantly, tirelessly. She was trying to connect with people and to connect people with each other. And how much joy she found in that. I think that's really striking about the documentary. It brings it out really forcefully. Also those little things that she enjoyed fully. How she's there, present in the moment, fully self-actualized. And I like a lot hearing the voices also of Afro-German women, and how Audrey was catalytic in having them adopt a new positive identity, Afro-German or Black German, whereas before there were only pejorative terms under which they could name themselves, how they found each other. It really shows the incredible effects that Audrey had in Germany. And I've just finished writing an article together with Cassandra Lorde-The, an African-American German woman, in which we compare the different conditions that Audrey encountered in Germany and in the Netherlands, where in Germany she sort of had to start from scratch, helping them to build a movement, whereas in the Netherlands we were already organizing as Black people. We received an enormous impetus from her, but it wasn't that she had to give us a name. We already had figured that out for ourselves. And it's interesting to me to see two adjacent countries that the conditions for Black people were and are so different. Tania Leon and I were co-founders of Sister Outsider, a group of Black lesbians in Amsterdam who formed a literary circle where we invited Black women to write poetry and prose and perform it. We were very close with Audrey. We invited her to the Netherlands twice. She came in '84 and '86. She was very instrumental in empowering me to do what I wanted, which was to get my PhD in the States, to write on the constructions of sexuality of working class Afro-Surinamese women. I went to the US in '87, came back in '92, and she still had the chance to read my dissertation when it was finished. And then Tania and I went to Berlin in October '92 to say our goodbyes to her. We did a ritual that was very beautiful. We sang, we burned candles. She was ritually bathed, and yeah, it was a very special moment.
And now I can sit
You
down.
you really can
Yeah.
All right. He said,
It was very moving and also heartening what we had meant to each other, and that we had that opportunity to also say goodbye to her, kind of let her go on the next phase of her journey that we were witness to that.
Sister survivor. Yeah. Sister survivor. That's right. That's right. I'll never forget that. Plum line. I had some plum line, but I can't take them back right away. Okay.
If I take pictures and smile, then I'm going to take your picture.
Really? Oh, my. They're amazing. You just can't look at this. Isn't it incredible?
Beautiful. Yes.
How she sees this?
I know what you mean.
Is that? You can't believe it.
Yes, I can.
And
What made Audre also important is her thinking. So her poetry is incredibly important, has really influenced me. I started writing poetry under her influence. We exchanged poetry, we read our poems to each other and would comment. And at first I was very wary and reluctant and afraid to comment on her poetry and things I didn't understand and all of that. But it was really beautiful that we had that kind of relationship. But in her thinking, I think her transnational outlook and her intersectional approach were very important. And it's also very clear in the movie that those two aspects also stand out very much. How she has a transnational outlook. She doesn't want to look only at women in the United States, black women in the United States or in Germany. She's forever seeking connections and making comparative analysis. And her intersectionality is also very clear in several moments in the movie. And I think she hasn't received enough credit for that. How before those terms became common knowledge in gender studies, she was already practicing it without necessarily giving it that name.